Hey guys, just a very, very quick intro from me. This episode is with my brother Billy, or Will Fisher, however you call him. It's on addiction, so yeah, it's a um, fairly important subject. Obviously, we go into the issues he's had and how he's sort of overcome the issues and how training and the gym has helped him so much and in what sort of way. So yeah, I hope it helps. If you do want to chat to him about anything like this, if as he said, it's very, very important to chat to people. He would love to give you some tips and some advice, because there's so many people who have helped him. So if you do want to chat to him, ask him questions, just get him on his Instagram, Philly Bisher, I believe it is. And yeah, just send him some questions, have a chat to him, and he'll happily reply and help you out. So yeah, hope you enjoy it. Obviously, he's like, because he's my brother, we have a little bit of brotherly banter and sense of humor, so just ignore that. But yeah, fairly serious episode, so hope it helps, and I'll speak to you all soon. But here it is. Enjoy.
I work in hospitality, head chef at a pub in Hackney, Victoria Park. Been in London for 7 years. I've been cooking for 15. And yeah, before London, I was just traveling around, working and traveling. Yeah, just kind of trying to concentrate on my career, to be honest, and trying to move forward with that, I guess.
Do you reckon chefing had what's the word I'm looking for? Do you reckon chefing had anything or something to do with your drinking and stuff? That's what I meant to say.
I think it definitely, it definitely, I guess it didn't help because it's somewhere you can kind of get away with drinking on shift. I remember when I was in Wellington at the time, New Zealand, and I remember being given a drink, and I kind of realized, I was like, oh, okay, you can obviously get away with drinking and working here. And I guess that kind of opened up a whole can of worms, because then it just became the norm, really, and no one really questioned it. I mean, some places I didn't drink it on, or the bosses wouldn't, pour me a pint or whatever. But there's definitely places where you could just help yourself, um, and no one would really question it. And it was fun, to be honest. It was fun. But obviously, it's not something you should get into or something you should promote. Definitely.
It's not fun when it's not fun, basically.
Yeah, it's not fun when it just gets a bit weird, basically. And so, yeah, you like rely on it when it's stressful, you treat yourself to a beer afterwards or during. You come in hungover, so you have a beer to sort yourself out, or you just any excuse really to have a drink. Or if there's a miss pour from the bar, they'll give it to you or whatever. And yeah, you'd always find an excuse, basically.
So at that point, when you were Wellington, how old are you then? 20?
29. Sorry, no, 30. God, yeah.
No, how old were you in Wellington, when you were in Wellington?
What would it have been?
22?
22, yeah.
But do you think back then you were on a slippery slope, or was it controllable?
So I didn't really have. I feel like when I went away traveling to New Zealand and Australia, that's where I really picked up my drinking habit, to be honest. Through work, living in, as you probably know, like being in hostels, a way to socialize. And obviously, and then like living in a hostel and like having a full-time job, it was just like one big holiday really. So I was like drinking every day there, and then I think that's where it really. I think I just left Norwich in one habit, which was weed, basically, and then moving to Australia and picking up another. So it was just like running away from something, but obviously, I obviously have an addictive personality, so I was always going to find something, I guess, and replace it with something else.
Now it's tattoos.
Now it's tattoos, yeah. Yeah, basically.
Okay, yeah. We'll talk about it later. So yeah, so after New Zealand, you went to London when you were 24,
24. Yeah. Well, like second, yeah. I went there in 2016 for like 3, 4 months. And then I went away. But yeah, like since I've settled, yeah, 2017. Here's 17.
And do you think that's when it really kicked up a notch? And you sort of thought, right, I need to.
I think that's when I think that's when I was a bit like, I clearly have an issue, like a problem. And I knew I knew I had a problem, or I knew I had, like bad habits, but I just couldn't seem to stop, basically.
Was there a point when you thought, no, I'm all right, I haven't got an issue, I can stop when I want to, but you just didn't because you?
I think there was a bit of that. I think I was always just like, oh, I'll stop next week, or I won't drink tomorrow, or something like that. But it just never happened. And also, like living away from like family, I had no one to like. I didn't have to hide it from anyone. Like I'm living with a mate, could leave. I don't know, like because I've definitely drunk in my room at my parent, like mum and dad's house, and like had to hide cans and stuff under the bed, stuff like that.
Really?
So there, it was fun. Again, I didn't have anyone to hide it from. I was in London. I was like a young chef, and it was like a playground, basically. Yeah, it was like
because it is rife over there, like alcohol and party scene and stuff, isn't it? It's just hard to get away.
of course. And then obviously in the hospitality industry, it was just like again, it was just normalized, and it's just the way it was / is. It's just how it is.
So when was it? When did you think? Right, yeah. What specific point was it when you thought, shit, I might have an issue here?
Well, yeah.
I was thought about this the other day. It's not funny, not really funny anyway. When something happened in your flat and you fell asleep and you burned your.
It was my day. It's not funny, no. It was my day off, and I was watching Matrix, and I was drinking, and I smoked a spliff, and then I fell asleep with the candle on, and then luckily woke up before shit hit the fan, basically. But no, I mean, obviously that was stupid. Of course, I haven't really thought about that since, so that's probably a good thing.
I thought about it. I don't know. A few days ago, I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, that happened."
Yeah, and that's probably a good thing you brought it up, to be honest, because that was like a massive consequence because of it. But I guess then I didn't really think of it as like that. I was just like, oh, I was just tired after work, or like on my day off, and just fell asleep. But that was ultimately it's because I was stoned and drinking,
which could have led to burning a flat down.
Yeah, and other people's flat.
Fuck's sake, yeah. Okay.
But yeah, like I said to you earlier, I remember going into work once extremely. I mean, I was probably still drunk. Going into work, and I just felt horrendous. And my head chef at the time was sober, and I found it very inspiring, I guess. And I remember saying to him, right, that's it. I'm going to stop drinking. And this is years ago. I must have been like 24, 25 maybe. And then he was just like, you'll only do it if you mean it. And, you know when you're ready. And I was like, no, this is it. Like, I can't carry on like this. And obviously I was carried on drinking for like another 5-6 years.
Every day.
Near enough, yeah. And then obviously, like, yeah, I would drink in the mornings sometimes, and that was obviously that's not normal, but like it's just what I got into, unfortunately.
Well, I guess it was normal for you, wasn't it? Kind of. Do you think it was just normal?
Yeah, no, I just thought it was just I don't know really. I knew it wasn't right because I felt guilty when I did it, but I couldn't. I I genuinely couldn't help myself. It was just what I did.
You didn't think, right, I shouldn't be doing this. This is probably a bit of an issue.
No, no, of course I knew it was an issue, but I didn't. To be honest, I didn't care, and I couldn't stop myself, and it was just like, well, this is just who I am, so
Mm,
just get on with it, and I just deal with it.
mm,
And obviously, I couldn't. Yeah, yeah, it got a bit weird and sad, but that's just like I had to go through that to like realize to where I am now for sure.
mm,
And yeah, since meeting loads of people, it made you realize that you're not the only one who does that. There's loads of people out there who do that. So it's nice to be able to meet people and connect with those people and just relate to their stories and stuff.
mm. And that's
Yeah.
helped, obviously.
Massively, yeah, yeah, massively.
What about lockdown? Do you want to mention lockdown and how that not like everything, like how you found it, and do you think it sort of made things worse? Because you was
Um,
living with me, it was like
to be
just
honest, I wouldn't say I calmed down in any way. I mean, obviously, I was living with you at the time, so you saw how I was.
but yeah, like as in next to a shop which had beer and stuff, so it was just so easily accessible, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you saw me. I was there. Oh, yeah, I was drinking every day. Um, but had no intention of trying to hide it around you, really,
No, I realised.
or or to mum and dad. To be honest, I remember mum and dad like popping over, obviously when the restrictions were lifted.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, I'd still be drinking around them, and I don't know really. Again, I just didn't care. I know that sounds awful, but I just didn't because that's just I genuinely thought like that's just who I was.
Mm,
Like, okay, I'm a beer drinker. Like that's you either like it or you don't. And I'm not going to stop for anyone, to be honest. Like as sad as that sounds, but that's just how my head worked.
mm. I kind of thought that. I was like, well, he obviously likes his beer. When you were cooking, you went and got 4 cans.
I mean, yeah, I love drinking beer. Like, yeah, I don't drink non-alcoholic beers, and I don't even drink non-alcoholic beers because I just think that would be a bit too close for comfort. Um, but yeah, I didn't. It's yeah, I still carried on drinking daily, just like I did before lockdown, and then I obviously carried on after lockdown. And when it's, but I definitely think it was just it escalated. Maybe it took it to another step, a bit more of like a bucket emotion, to be honest. Maybe.
Do you think Greece was a turning point or not?
When we went,
Yeah,
obviously we went. I
because that's when you said that's when you were like, right, I'm going to get help when I get back.
Yeah, well, I remember being with you and Ben, brother-in-law, and I think it probably helped because I know you've always known that I've struggled, but then telling it to Ben, I think probably helped. And then I always remember Ben saying to me, "Do you not think you put a lot on your brother for him knowing everything?" And that was a real like switch in my brain, to be
Mm,
honest, being like, "Fuck yeah, like this is not cool at all." The amount you and others worry about me. So yeah, that was my last drink, 11th of April
wait,
in Egina.
who was it in Greece?
Don't remember what it was, but I know it was my last drink.
Yeah,
And then yeah, I just remember going on the ferry on the way home and just kind of making an active, just going online and looking for help and sending out emails and just actually doing something about it.
mm,
Then I was back in London for a week, and then I went a week without obviously drinking or smoking anything. Um, and then I realized, okay, this is going to be a lot harder than I thought.
yeah.
So then I managed to, yeah, ask for help basically. And
Did you suddenly think, shit? Actually, that's when you realised you were addicted because you started to feel, I don't know, withdrawals and stuff? Does that happen? I guess it did.
Okay. Yeah, but like I've known for years that I've had a problem. Like I know I abused alcohol. Like I know, and yeah, I don't doubt. I don't. What's the word? I'm not. But yeah, I know I abused alcohol for too long, and I couldn't stop, even though when I wanted to. So I knew I had an issue. But I think the fact I actually just asked for help and took that help and actually went out to, meetings and other stuff and to meet people, just really, yeah. And hearing everyone else's stories makes you realize that you're not the only one, and
Mm.
it's a huge problem and that kind of stuff.
Because I reckon a lot of people do have problems, but don't think they do.
Definitely.
They just continue with what they're doing, and then
Well, it's obviously it's so like normalized, and obviously in our culture to drink and the way it's all branded, and yeah, I feel like at the end of drinking, I just didn't even look at it as like alcohol. I just look at it as a drug. I just look past all the branding in the shops, and
you
for
just
me,
saw
it's a drug. It's a drug in my eyes. It is a drug, and it's
yeah, it is,
just
yeah.
as dangerous as anything else. And you've got as much chance as getting hooked on that than it's anything coke, heroin, or anything like that.
Mm. How was it when so obviously I don't drink around you, and neither does Nan or Sandy or either mum or dad. How
No.
you see other people drinking like in pubs and bars, or like when you went to Chemical Brothers, what was that like? Was it difficult?
Chemical Brother, this was actually okay. It was fine. Obviously, there was like bits in my like little thoughts in my head, being like, oh, it would be quite nice, but I just know I can't. Like, I just can't because I know what will happen if I have one drink.
What would happen, do you think?
I would just wouldn't be able to stop, basically. And I know if I have another drink, that would be it again for another for whatever like months back to daily drinking. I just know what I'm like.
Mm.
I
You
don't.
gave up for a bit last Christmas. Don't know if you remember, but you stopped
Yeah,
drinking.
8 weeks.
I was at 8 weeks, yeah.
8 weeks, but admittedly, I was still smoking weed.
But then I remember you messaged me like when you went back to London. You messaged me saying just I've relapsed. I was like, oh.
Yeah, because in my head, it was a jet like, but then I guess I didn't relapse because I was still smoking. But I went out for a staff party, and as soon as I had that first sip, I was like, okay, here we go again, and that was it. And then from January to April, it was back to every day again.
Have you seen that? I was going to send you it, but then I'm not sure if it was going to be a bit of a trigger. Have you seen that? You know that Liverpudlian actor, really good actor. He's a chef in that
Oh, I always forget his name. I know who you mean.
in that video going on social media where he relapses. And it's like a really powerful 6-minute video.
Oh no, I haven't seen it. No, no, no.
Yeah,
Send it over.
yeah. Well, it's really good. It's like he's in a pub. He's like sitting down, like staring at a pint, and then he just has one sip. And he's, oh yeah, it's weird. It's quite powerful. I'll send it over. But apparently, it's really, really realistic.
Yeah, and that's again like there's no. I remember I spoke to someone. I think I was about 2 months sober, speaking to a mate, and she was like, "Oh, well, maybe you can, have a few months off, and then you can, maybe have one or two with us." And I didn't say anything, but in my head, I'm like, yeah. Well, I said to her, I was like, "Yeah, maybe," but in my head, I was like,
No,
it's not going to be like that. Again, I said it years ago, like I'm either all or nothing. I've got no middle ground. I can't. It's
mm,
just not possible. I just know what I'm like. It's like there's no point. So
mm.
as long as like, yeah, if I just don't have that first drink, I'll be all right. So there's no point.
Yeah, I used to be like that, but binging, like every weekend, going out binging, not
Well,
drinking,
yeah,
not consistently, but going out and just getting as drunk as possible.
yeah. But everyone, like, loads of people are like that. There's loads of people. I always remember Dad being like, "Oh, just go out and have one." It's like, why would I do that?
That's
I'm
what I'm
not going
like.
to go out and have one. And I'm sure he said it to you or to us, but at the time, I didn't think it. Yeah, it was just. Yeah, it's just made me realize a lot about like alcoholism basically, and how it is and how it works.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Um. So when. So what? Yeah. So what helped? Because I had a question from someone when I said I was going to do this. They said I need to stop. I need to stop or cut down drinking, but I don't know how to actually do it. I know it's such a vague question, but like, because I don't know what it's like, obviously, because I don't drink because I hate the hangovers. But when
Mm.
you didn't suffer from hangovers, did you? Because you were so used to it. But like,
Yeah, by the end of it, it wasn't even hangovers. It was just like pure fear and like anxiety, I guess. But that's why I'd have a beer in the morning because it would settle it, and then it would just start off. But yeah, it's
so what? I don't know. Is there a tip you can give someone who knows they're drinking too much, who knows they need to stop, but they just can't seem to take that step? I don't know. What would you say?
I mean, I guess it depends how serious people. If you want to stop, completely stop, like there's help out there. Like there's different fellowships, stuff like that. If you want to go down that route, or there's counseling, stuff like that, which I tried, but it didn't really work for me anyway. But I'm sure it could work for others.
Mm.
And I guess even just like talking about it as well to friends, family is a massive thing.
I reckon it helps me just sort of like not pestering you, but like going out, like mentioning it all the time. Because I know it's pissing you off, but I kept mentioning it, and you're like, yeah, I know, I'll do it when I'm ready. Do it when I'm ready. Do you reckon that helps a little?
Yeah. Yeah, no, you were very on my back, but I know you're doing it for the right reasons, and I guess at the end of it, it definitely helped, and that was obviously you obviously pestered me to get to the gym for years,
And
a
now,
long time,
yeah, I know.
and now I'm completely addicted to that. So yes,
Yeah, but at least it's not. At least it's not drinking drugs though.
no, I know, I like it, I enjoy it, I love it.
So do you reckon it's obviously helped then how you feel and
Uh, Like, yeah, of course, massively. I I don't really know what I'll do about it, to be honest. Massively in my routine, mornings, go in the evenings sometimes, like, and it's just nice to. I mean, I get it. Like, and now I know why you were like hassling me all these years, and
Hmm.
yeah, no, I love it. Like, I wouldn't know what else to do without it. I wouldn't know what I'd do
Yeah,
without it, to be honest.
you do, to be
Yeah.
honest.
I
Do you
try, yeah, yeah, no, it's great, love it,
do you
and
leave the
it's.
gym, do you leave the gym like with a sort of a clear head, where your head feels just clearer and just feel like you've
I always feel better for going to the gym, but I wouldn't, not every time. Like today, I struggled to get into it a little bit, but I just stayed there and persisted. I was there for 2 hours today, and I just took me a good 45 minutes to get into it.
hmm.
So I knew if I carried on and got a couple of hours out of it, I'd feel a lot better, and I did. Yeah, of course. And got home, had a nice nap today. I don't feel so guilty taking naps anymore because I know I've actually
Yeah.
been up and done something with my day. I'd probably still be in bed right now.
Yeah,
If I,
mum used to message me like, yeah, I'm still in bed at like 4 p.m. I'm like, oh my God.
yeah, it gets dark in like an hour's time. There'll be days I didn't leave the bed. So
Right.
bad.
Bedtime now. Bedtime again. I laugh light on. Light off.
I
Rank.
mean, I laugh or we laugh, but it's not. It wasn't.
No,
No.
no. Yeah,
But,
but laugh now because it's not like that anymore. That's why you can sort of
no, exactly. And it's yeah, my life's completely different. Like in such a short space of time as well.
6 months sober
It'd
now.
be, it'd be 7 months on Saturday.
Brilliant. 7 months.
Yeah, 11th. So
So
it's
that's it. You don't think you can have another drink ever again?
not safely. No,
Hmm.
100%. I know that for sure. No. So a lot of advice people have given me is just to be like, just, just don't drink today. I've heard people say to me, "Oh, you can have a drink tomorrow, but just don't drink today." And then you wake up tomorrow and be like, "Okay, I'm not going to drink today." And then before you know it, it's been 7 months.
I
And I
see.
mean, and then like, I've met people who are like 15, 20 years sober, and that's obviously like a huge inspiration.
Yeah.
Um, never thought in a million years. I never thought I'd get 7 months. Or not that I'm 7 months yet, but I'm sure I'll get there. But
Yeah.
never thought I'd be like, yeah, crazy.
Never thought you'd be training in the gym either, 3, 4 times a
No,
week.
4 or 5 times a week.
Obsessively.
Yeah. But now I feel like I need to up my game a little bit. I need to eat more. Actually,
Yeah,
put weight on.
you are. Yeah, well, you are. I mean, I think
I
you
feel
are
like I've been 69 kilos for months.
59, 69.
69.
Yeah. Well, you just need to.
I need a good round number at least.
You're not tracking at all, are you? You're not tracking, or this is where you're. You said you need a round number. That's where your addictive sort of obsessive personality comes in. You
Yeah.
need to get 70, or need to get.
Yeah. But no, I mean, again, I'm sure, and others know what it's like. You see progression,
Hmm.
and you're just like, okay, let's do that again because you want to see the next, I don't know, before and after photo, and then obviously it just carries on and carries on. And
Hmm.
but ultimately, I do it because it's good. It's good. No, I love it, and it's obviously I appreciate the. Now I know why you hassled me so much, and
So
as
I knew, yeah,
annoying as it was.
yeah, I knew it would help so much. That's all.
Yeah,
And because your knee, your fucked up knee.
yeah. That my knee. That's seems to be better. Lo and behold. Lo and behold. Yeah.
Don't know.
uh,
Probably not.
but that's all fine. Got Hackney Half in May.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
I need to try and start running for that.
So but your knee messed up because of the first Hackney half you did, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, because I went again, like classic, like addict mind. I went from doing zero running to like trying to be a legend, basically. I think I did like 3 weeks training for a half marathon. I just, I told myself I wasn't going to stop or walk, so I just ran the whole way, and I completely buggered my
So,
IT band.
yeah, but I knew it was because you weren't, not no disrespect, but it's not strong enough. Like not
Really?
you not strong enough, just joints and your muscles weren't strong enough. So you put your joints and your connective tissue, not put
Well,
through.
yeah, I obviously had no like muscle to like support my knee, essentially.
No, very much no.
Disgusting. And I wasn't drinking water. I mean, I still struggle with drinking water, but yeah,
Fueled with beer.
basically, yes.
The fact you completed half a marathon in that state is pretty impressive.
I know.
So,
Yeah.
and then you got some shitty little exercises from your physio, which I told you weren't going to work. You're like, yeah, fuck off. He's professional. He knows what he's talking about.
I mean, he is, but he
Yeah,
just
but did it work?
no, no. But I wasn't exactly. I wasn't that consistent. I'll be honest.
And
Far
did
from it.
what I tell you to do work?
Yeah, but I've been consistent with it. I'm sure if I did his exercises as much as religious as I do your exercises, it would have probably worked.
Probably not.
I mean,
Anyway,
anyway, it doesn't matter because it's fixed and you helped. So there we go.
I fixed you. Yeah.
You obviously know what you're doing, man.
Yeah, man.
Fisher
Uh,
Fitness.
it's a nice hoodie, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Should everyone buy one?
Definitely.
Yeah. Um,
Everyone in the whole world should wear one,
I think so.
all at the same time.
AKA you and mum.
Yeah. Maybe Charlie.
Truly. Got any more questions? No, I haven't really. Do you want to say anything else?
Um, what do I want to say?
Keep going.
No, it's not really. Just obviously, I'm grateful for the amount you've helped me out. Um, yeah, everyone in my life at the moment, my life's changed massively. I don't. Yeah, I've got a lot of new people in my life who are amazing, and my friends will.
Yeah.
Admittedly, I don't see my normal friends as much, but I'd like to think they understand why, and I just.
Have they been supportive though? That's the main thing.
Yeah, of course, big time. Yeah, yeah, it's amazing. But it's just something I have to do just to keep. Just need to keep doing this really. and then I should be alright.
Do you want to talk? Do you want to mention your story, your tattoo story, or not?
Okay, so yeah, I got my new addiction basically is tattoos. It's always been a bit of an addiction. I got 3 tattoos in 2 days, and I wanted to get a sobriety tattoo. So it was meant to say dead, which stands for drinking ends all dreams. Not for everyone, but for me. That's anyway, doesn't matter. So I went to the tattoo shop and asked him to tattoo my inner lip. Huh?
As you do.
As you do, yeah. And he was like, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yes." And he was like, "It's gonna go in like a year or two." And I was like, "I don't care, do it."
Oh, really? Oh, well, that's all right then.
Oh yeah, it's basically already gone.
Was it? Oh.
Yeah, I'll show you in a minute. So anyway, he did it, and then I looked. He was like, "Okay, all done." And I was like, "Fucking hell!" I look, and then it says, yeah, I unfold my lip, and it says "Dad." So I had to like play it cool and be like, "Yeah, thanks so much thank you so much," and um, paid the money and went home. And then as I was at home and like doing my laundry and just getting on with my day, I was like, "Well, I can't just have Dad tattooed on my lip. I'll get Mum." So then I go off to another tattoo shop. I go in, I was like, "Can you tattoo my lip saying Mum?" And they were like, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yes." And they're like, "Oh, it's not going to fit because of Dad's already there." And I was like, "Please, just make it fit." So anyway, I got Mum and Dad tattooed in my lip.
Surprise, Mum and Dad. Can you show them? God. Not even a good font.
I mean, it's quite hard to tattoo someone's lip, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
And then I got a really nice tattoo the next day on my knee.
Did you? I haven't seen that one.
Do you want to see it or not?
Yeah, can do.
How do I?
You can either send. Yeah, yeah. Oh, cool. What is it?
Don't know.
Dots. Those dots.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, cool. Did it hurt?
Not really. Actually, yeah, it did. It was really painful.
Oh, cool. I want to get a new one, but I'll tell you what it is next another time.
You know what it is going to be.
Cool. Much
So
cooler.
yeah, man.
All right. Well, yeah, nice one. That was.
Well, I hope. I don't know. Is that good? I hope it helps people.
Yeah, I'm sure it would have done. I guess it's just like a bit of a refreshing thing to hear from someone.
Well, I was saying this to Anna the other day because I remember listening to podcasts or just I don't know Instagram reels, and at the time a lot of it would be about like addiction or like what do you call it, algorithm? Well, what's the word where you like just scrolling and it's all related to like
sorry, algorithm.
so like now, for example, it's all about the gym, like it's all like gym, and but then because your phone's listening to you, man, it was just all about like addiction and other stuff like that. So anyway, I just remember like listening to all these like podcasts, and I found it really inspiring, and it helped me basically. So
yeah, I'm sure it would help
maybe
you.
it'll help someone else. Who knows? And if not, then they'll find another podcast which will probably help them. And
what if someone listens and they think, "Oh, I really want to ask them some questions"? Can they? Should I put your Instagram thing in on something, on the link?
Yeah, no, it'd be cool. I'm like,
because maybe they will.
I mean, I'm still really new to this way of life, but I'd love to be able to help other people and inspire people to do it. But if they want that, because I was speaking to someone the other day, like if I had to stop drinking, like because I can't do it safely. If I could do it safely, then I would carry on, you know. But I can't. So it's like this. I had to go down this route. And it like quickly. I just remember saying to a mate once, like, "Oh, do you ever think about going sober?" This must have been like 4 or 5 years ago, or something like that. And they were like, "Oh, it's a bit extreme, isn't it?"
Really?
But then I was like, yeah, maybe it is, or maybe it was, but it's not extreme for me because it was like the only option, really.
Mm.
But for some people, yeah, again, if you can drink safely and good for you, it's great. But I can't, so I
Mm.
had to do this.
Yeah.
I don't regret it. Obviously, I don't regret it because I'd hate to think where I would be right now if I never took that step. Like,
Yeah. Well, yeah.
and that's the weird thing. Like, I never thought I was able to hold down a job. I was always able to pay rent. I was always able to keep up with bills. So it's hard it's hard to think that you've got an issue when you're keeping up with stuff like that.
Mm.
But it's
It's so normal, isn't it?
well, yeah, definitely. But it's like and as people say it, like it's if I didn't stop then, it would have only progressed, and maybe if I didn't stop, I wouldn't be able to afford rent right now and stuff like that, and I would probably be in a lot worse off place. And people say it's like a progression thing, like it'll only get worse if you don't treat it or stop it or ask for help. So
Mm.
anyway, that's that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's what. Well done. Like, just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, man.
We're all very proud of you, man.
Cheers, man.
That come from Latitude, didn't it?
What?
Saying "man" on the end of every
I
sentence.
don't know. I literally actually have no idea.
That was a bit of a eye opener for me, I think.
Really?
Well, yeah. Seeing you in full flow for 3 days.
Yeah. But yeah. But
Good.
even then I think I was trying to somewhat contain myself.
Jesus, really?
I don't know. Anyway, it's done now. But
Yeah.
that was a good weekend.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, really good. Yeah.
But again, I've had some amazing times drinking and other stuff,
Mm.
but um I feel like the negative days or whatever kind of what's the word take over the positive ones.
Do you think like going to a festival would be enjoyable now or not?
I don't think I'll be ready to do it yet,
No.
but I would love to experience a festival the way I am right now. Like, yeah, I went to Chemical Brothers the other day. That was amazing.
Into some, what's it, hard metal? No. What's it?
Well, yeah,
Music?
I go to like hard. I go to like gigs, which is fine, but going to like electronic night where I mean, I was offered ecstasy a few times from the same person.
Really?
Yes.
I'll let you need it. Come on.
Yeah. But like, yeah, it was amazing. Like, I still managed to dance. I thought it was going to be a bit awkward, but it wasn't. Like, I just had an amazing time. Danced just as much as I would if I was on anything else. And then at 11 o'clock, managed to go backstage, which was nice because I had special tickets.
Oh yeah.
Um,
You meet them.
no, but we saw like other like well-known faces, which was quite cool.
Mm.
But yeah, got a taxi home. I was in bed late, but I wasn't wrecked.
Mashed, yeah.
And I managed to wake up at 7 and do a big long day Sunday service at work, and it was a success.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I change you, man.
yeah, man. There it is. It's crazy. Yeah. I still look like shit, but
you don't compared to what you like. Jesus.
Really, I've actually got a few photos of me. There was a picture of me this time last year at a gig. I look horrendous. I'll send them over, but I look awful.
Well, even Greece, you could tell you just like, I don't know, gaunt.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's a couple of old photos from me. Not even that long ago. I just look ill and really sad, to be honest, and depressed and just unhappy.
Now you've packed on the muscle.
Kind of.
Yeah. Bigger than Sandy now, so.
Definitely.
Much bigger and much stronger.
100%.
Do you reckon he'd listen to this?
Will I listen to it?
Do you reckon he's listened to this?
Yeah, of course he will. It will be me,
Sandy
Mum, Dad, Sandy, Anna, and Chloe.
So if I get 7 listens, then I know it's family.
Yeah.
The bonus. Oh, sweet. Cool.
Well,
yeah. All right. What?
it, really.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cool.
Thought you had a client at 4.
Nah, yeah, no. I mean, no. I've got I was going to record like a film, a video thingy webinar for my clients, but I'll do that in a bit.
Oh, I'm glad we did that. That's cool.
Yeah. Went well, a lot smoother than the first go.
Yeah, but trial and error.
Oh, yeah, man. Hang on, I'm going to stop it. But yeah, get in contact with Billy on Instagram if you want to have a chat or ask him questions and stuff. What's your Instagram? Philly Bish.
Philly Bisher.
If you get thousands of followers now, I'm going to be livid. Does one podcast and gets shitloads of followers. I post
what's that?
I said do one podcast and you get thousands of followers, and I post every day for years and get 2.
It's not true.
It is.
But also, if you want any help and tips, you got finish. You got to follow Richie RC Fisher Fitness. What was it again?
Oh, for God's sake! That was like 10 years ago.
I just farted, by the way.
Yes. Fisher.fitness.coaching.
Yeah. But yeah, I tell loads of people about you. I tell my mates and get them to follow you. Huh?
Did you just smell your fart?
No, it's not ready to smell yet.
I'm going to stop this now.